Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Is Maharaj come?
आ गया महाराज.
Okay. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Your video or audio was not is closed, so I thought. Hare Krishna.
Dandot Pranam Maharaj. Such a sweet
Dandot Pranam.
bhajan is going on. Who would want to stop?
But I saw your video and audio both closed, so I thought it's still ready. Okay, welcome Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 12, Text number 32. Bhitva Vajrena Tatkukshim
Vitva Vajrena Tatkukshim
Nishkramya Balabhid Vibhuhu
Nishkramya Balavid Vibhu
Uchakarta Siraha Satror
Uchakarta Shira Shatror
Girisringam Ivaujasa
Giri Shringamivo Pujasa.
With his thunderbolt, King Indra, who was also extremely powerful, pierced through Vritasura's abdomen and came out. Indra, the killer of the demon Bala, then immediately cut off Vritasura's head, which was as high as the peak of a mountain. Please repeat. With his thunderbolt,
With his thunderbolt,
King Indra,
King Indra,
who was also extremely powerful,
who was also extremely powerful,
pierced through Vritasura's abdomen
pierced through Vritrasura's abdomen
and came out.
and came out.
Indra,
Indra,
the killer of the demon Bala,
the killer of the demon Bala,
then immediately cut off
then immediately cut off
Vritrasura's head,
Vritrasura's head,
which was as high
which was as high
as the peak of a mountain.
as the peak of a mountain.
Text number 33. Vajrastu tat kandharama asuvegaha krintan samantat parivartamanaha nyapatayat tavad aharganena yo jyotisham ayane vatrahatye. Although the thunderbolt revolved around Vritrasura's neck with great speed, separating his head from his body took one complete year, 360 days, the time in which the sun, moon, and other luminaries complete a northern and southern journey. Then, at the suitable time for Vritrasura to be killed, his head fell down. His head fell to the ground. Please repeat. Although
Although
the thunderbolt revolved
the thunderbolt revolved
around Vritrasura's neck
around Vritrasura's neck
with great speed,
with great speed,
separating his head from his body,
separating his head from his body,
took one complete year,
took one complete year,
360 days.
360 days,
The time
the time
in which
in which
the sun, moon, and other luminaries
the sun, moon, and other luminaries
complete a northern and southern journey.
complete a northern and southern journey.
Then, at the suitable time
Then at the suitable time
for Vritrasura to be killed,
for Vritrasura to be killed,
his head fell down. His head fell
his head fell
to the ground.
to the ground.
Text number 34. Tada chake dundubhayo vinedur gandharva siddhaha samaharshi sangaha vartragnalingaistam abhishtuvana mantrairmuda kusumair abhyavarsham. When Vritrasura was killed, the Gandharvas and Siddhas in the heavenly planets beat kettle drums in jubilation. With Vedic hymns, they celebrated the prowess of Indra, the killer of Vritrasura, praising Indra and showering flowers upon him with great pleasure. Please repeat. When Vritrasura was killed,
When Vritrasura was killed,
the Gandharvas
the Gandharvas
and Siddhas
and Siddhas
in the heavenly planets
in the heavenly planets
beat kettle drums
hit kettle drums
in jubilation.
in jubilation.
With Vedic hymns, they celebrated
With Vedic hymns, they celebrated
the prowess of Indra,
the prowess of Indra,
the killer of Vritrasura,
the killer of Vritrasura,
praising Indra
praising Indra
and showering flowers upon him
and showering flowers upon him
with great pleasure. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. 34 on, 35. 35, one more sloka is there. Sorry. Vrutrasya dehan nishkrantam atmajyotir arindama Pashyatam sarva devanam alokam samapadyata. Translation. O King Parikshit, subduer of enemies, the living spark then came forth from Vritrasura's body and returned home back to Godhead. While all the demigods looked on, he entered the transcendental world to become an associate of Lord Sankarsana. Hari Bol. Please repeat.
Jai.
O King Parikshit,
O King Parikshit,
subduer of enemies,
subduer of enemies,
the living spark
the living spark,
then came forth
then came forth
from Vritrasura's body
from Vritrasura's body,
and returned home
returned home
back to Godhead.
back to Godhead.
While all the demigods
While all the demigods
looked on,
looked on,
he entered the transcendental world
he entered the transcendental world
to become
to become
an associate of Lord Sankarsana.
an associate of Lord Sankarsana.
Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur explains that Indra, not Vritrasura, was actually killed. He says that when Vritrasura swallowed King Indra and his carrier, the elephant, he thought, now I have killed Indra. And therefore there is no more need of fighting. Now let me return home back to Godhead. Thus he stopped all his bodily activities and became situated in trance. Taking advantage of the silence of Vritrasura's body, Indra pierced the demon's abdomen. And because of Vritrasura's trance, Indra was able to come out. Now Vritrasura was in Yoga Samadhi, and therefore, although King Indra wanted to cut his throat, the demon's neck was so stiff that Indra's thunderbolt took 360 days to cut it to pieces. Actually, it was the body left by Vritrasura that was cut to pieces by Indra. Vritrasura himself was not killed. In his original consciousness, Vritrasura returned home back to Godhead to become an associate of Lord Sankarsana. Here the word Aloka means the transcendental world, Vaikuntha Loka, where Sankarsana eternally resides. Thus end Bhaktivedanta purports of the 6th canto, 12th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Vritrasura's Glorious Death. Vritrasura ki jai ho.
Jai.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Swarupa Damodara Swami Niti Namine Nama Sadbhakta Manaye Manipur Udbhavaya Cha Prabhupada Lasadvani Prachara Niratayate. Jai Guru Maharaj Shila Shripad ki Jai Ho. So this Vritrasura's episode is very interesting, fully mysterious. So when Vritrasura swallowed King Indra with his carrier inside, so Vritrasura was actually already won, and King Indra was, as commented by Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, was able to come out after his dead body, killing his dead body. So this is the wonderful ways that the Lord satisfies everyone, that the demigods are satisfied, the demons are satisfied, not demons, the demon, or you can say Vaishnava. So because here Vritrasura is fighting to please the Lord, so therefore everyone will be satisfied. Everybody will get what they want. Vritrasura is interested to get the association of Lord Sankarshana, so he got that. Indra wanted to win, so Indra won. And the demigods wanted Indra to win, so that their possessions are secure. So they also are happy. But probably the other demons may not be so happy. So, but here Krishna could, by the act of Vritasura, both parties actually are happy. When Indra was thinking, I have won, I have killed Vritrasura. But actually Vritrasura already left his body. So this is the wonderful description of Vritrasura's glorious departure to the spiritual world, and most wonderful insight of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur at the end, and Srila Prabhupada doesn't miss to bring it in here. So Srila Prabhupada's books has everything. So we should study Srila Prabhupada's books very nicely, and we'll get everything. So you may miss in one place, but another place it will be definitely mentioned without a doubt. All different aspects of devotional service, from scientific point of view, logical point of view, philosophical point of view, devotional point of view, and confidential aspect of it, and most confidential part of it. Everything is covered and brought by his own insights, as well as bringing in from the insights of previous acharyas. So here we cannot remain but appreciate from the core of our heart the great insight of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada's bringing it here to complete the perfect to somebody's mic is on. Everyone is off. Okay. So someone's so Vritrasuras is perfect. You can say the most perfect conclusion of Vritrasura's episode, because after all, Srimad Bhagavatam is about the glories of the Lord and the devotees. So therefore, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is bringing forth the essence of essence. Srimad Bhagavatam is already essence of the matured fruit. Is the mature fruit of all Vedic literature, and the devotees chant it and bring out further nectar. So what we are getting here is unparalleled. The conclusion that Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranasyati. So a devotee will never fail. And how a devotee is characterized? The devotee is characterized by his yearning insight to please the Lord. apparently outside, both look like devotees. But one is trying to protect his position, and one is earning to protect his position, another is earning to please the Lord. So therefore, Kaunteya Pratajani Name Bhakta Pranasyati. My devotee will never fail. So even apparently, Vitasura appears to be dead, but actually he is not. He is defeated, but he is not defeated, as revealed by Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So from Indra's point of view, he experienced the victory, but Vritasura did not need to feel the defeat. This is very wonderful. So this is what happens. The devotee always doesn't need to witness anything very unpleasant. Of course, for a Kshatriya, death is not very unpleasant. Death is glorious for a Kshatriya. One who is a truly Kshatriya, one who is spirited in the Kshatriya principles. For him, death is very glorious. They take pleasure in risking their life for protecting religious principles, to protect the innocent. That is Kshatriya. So therefore, death is not at all a painful experience. Externally, there may be some pain, but the real pain is inside. And Kshatriyas, they don't have. They only look at whether they fought like a warrior, like a they fought like a Kshatriya. That is their victory. Apparent winning or losing is not their victory. So Vrittasura, he has done his full. He could overpower Indra, and he could fight in the most highest religious principles of Kshatriya Dharma. And the opponent is without a weapon. He allowed him to take weapon, and more important, he gave two motivational speeches to encourage Indra to fight, and fight in complete spirit, enthusiasm. Then only Kshatriya feels proper to fight. So Vritrasura, from a point of view of being killed, there is no pain. Being defeated, also there is no pain, and his spirit of Kshatriya is also fully 108% intact, because that spiritual touch is there. The spiritual touch of the Lord, the conclusion of the Lord, conclusions of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the glorious departure of a devotee. Similarly, same with the devotees, the pure devotees. The foolish people, they think the pure devotee, he left because of cardiac arrest, or he left because of urinary infection, or some other brain this, brain that, or but actually the devotee doesn't experience the death like everybody else. Just like here, Vritrasura already left, and King Indra was only attacking a dead body. So similarly, one who is fully dedicated to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is free from the reactions of his work. So therefore, they don't experience the death. like the person who is entangled experiences the death. Just a minute, somebody at the door. So, so the devotee doesn't experience the death like ordinary person. This is very, very confidential. Not everybody understands this. The Martya Buddhi means the Martya Buddhi means the same calculation we have for a normal mortal beings, for a Vaishnava. So just like Vritasura is attacking a dead body, this cardiac arrest or brain hemorrhage or some other infection somewhere, they all attack the dead body. And the body is, the pure devotee leaves, the heart has to stop. That they call it as cardiac arrest. And fools, they popularize it. Oh, he left this body because of this. That is not is highlighted when a Vaishnava leaves his body. So this is because of ignorance and out of enviousness, being under the fully control of the three modes of material nature, and such people definitely experience the death. Those who deny a pure devotee the transcendental departure and project it as mundane, they will definitely go through it. They lose opportunity to have transcendental departure for themselves. So all the medical reasons that we see, they are fact. When the soul leaves the body, everything has to stop. It will stop in due course of time. It has to stop. But that is not the cause of departure. Just like Indra here thinking, I have killed him by attacking a dead body. Similarly, some neophyte devotees are thinking he died because of cardiac arrest, or he died because of some other infection, or he died because of some accident. So, Krishna is, the devotee is fully under the control of the Lord. Everything of his action is fully under the control of the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada again and again experiences the death. For a non-devotee and devotee is completely different. For the devotee, the death is like a kitten in the mouth of the cat, but for a non-devotee, it is like a rat in the mouth of the cat. Or for lion, cubs in the mouth of lion. And for non-devotee, it is like a deer in the mouth of a lion. So it is very, very important to understand the true nature of Vaishnavas. Sometimes they may have some physical something abnormality or deterioration or old age. So these are all to the body, and they are not affected by it because they are not in consciousness of the body. We are very much in consciousness of body. Even a little bit problem is there somewhere, we feel so much pain because Body is all that we know that can give us happiness. But pure devotee, his happiness doesn't lie in the body. So therefore, he is not conscious of bodily ups and downs, sukha dukkha. He is concerned about Krishna, he is concerned about the spiritual master. So we should never underestimate a Vaishnava like an ordinary human being. Though we may see some visually ordinary things. They all look like ordinary human being, and their body also biological functions are going on like an ordinary human being. So therefore, it is very easy to calculate and categorize a Vaishnava as an ordinary human being. That could be the greatest offense. Krishna will think, you rascal, I have given you pure devotee and you are estimating him like, treating him like an ordinary human being. So, go to hell. So one should be in his senses to appreciate the highest position of a Vaishnava. Those who are inside very eager, inside very yearning to please Guru and Krishna. So, Vritrasura, we can, they all can see, all the demigods, they can see that Vritrasura is going back to the Godhead. So, that is ultimate victory from this material world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, if there are any questions, please kindly come forward, or any comments or any additions.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj Dhanat Pranam. It was very nice and to the point class. Yeah, so there is an announcement. Today evening we do have a monthly webinar on Dr. T.D. Singh books. And this month it is on Vedanta and embryology. So the meeting details are shared in the chat box. So all are requested to join. Yeah, so anyone is having any question regarding today's class, they can ask His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Respect Swan Maharaj. Yes, Govind Maharaj, please.
Can you please unpin and Maharaj, can you please switch on your camera?
Switch on my camera. What's the need?
Prabhuji, can you please unpin my video?
No need.
We would like to see the interactions. Whoever is speaking, we should be able to see. This is very, very reasonable request.
Host has asked you to start your video. Okay, so okay. Okay.
Because Krishna has given this opportunity, this facility to see each other. Why not to see at least while speaking? Thank you, Maharaj. Please.
Maharaj, you started with wonderful that Krishna fulfills everybody's desire, correct? And of course, Indra acknowledged the divine position of Vritrasur. So that much credit we can give him. You know, that eventually it will get to his scruples. Yes, I could be in that position better off, you know. But as far as his associates, his Gandharvas and all the Siddhas, you know, heavenly planets, they were doing jubilation over the victory of Indra. So they were also in ignorance, correct?
Yes, Maharaj.
So when ignorance is bliss, then what can be done? Even Indra didn't, you are celebrating my victory, but actual victory is of Vritrasura. But anyway, they accomplished their mission and continuation. But it's amazing that the paradox here is so intense, so amazing. Demon's body and getting the victory, apparently being killed. But the explanation you gave about the departure of the pure soul, and and all these bodily symptoms, they are external, so that that can raise our consciousness when we perceive the departure of a pure devotee, especially, and we can just by by that appreciation, we become elevated. That is the point you made, that if we can perceive that divine departure of Vaishnava, and we don't have to also go through that experience of pain or anything like that. It's so in our in Vaishnava culture, appreciating or spotting a pure devotee, a pure Vaishnava, makes one eligible to become pure devotee oneself. This is such a vibrant culture of this Vaishnava culture, and this ultimate test everyone must face. So it's very elevating the consciousness. Your presentation, your comments were really, I mean, eye-opening, that as we perceive other Vaishnavas, giving them the benefit of doubt, yes, they are also pure Vaishnavas, potentially, and potentially we cannot afford to judge except myself, that I have not become yet, but I cannot judge that, oh, he's potential, but he's not yet. I have no business, but it's just a tremendous point you brought out, and reminding Guru Maharaj's divine departure and his focus and everything. It was simply wonderful. But those who are in ignorance, how to help them? That's the question.
Krishna is helping on daily basis. Sri Guru is helping on a daily basis. So they are being helped every day. That they should come forward to take the help. Nityam Bhagavat Seva is going on. So this is one way, and help is going on. Welfare activity is going on. One has to claim the ration.
Without realization, Maharaj, the mere study of Bhagavatam and the theoretical understanding, even saying that Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam, the secret, we can say a million times secret Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam, but Guhyam remains Guhyam without blessing, na?
Yes, Maharaj.
One has to make a special endeavor for it.
Definitely, Maharaj. Laulyam ekalam hi mulyam. Price is there. You are asking how to get it without paying the price. Price is there. Laulyam, and has to become laulyam. The theoretical knowledge is given, and the responsibility is there on a human being to become responsible. And responsibility, we cannot escape from that responsibility of being serious in the spiritual life. If that could be done, Krishna would have done long back, forcing the living being. So Krishna is patiently waiting, so as Sri Guru, so as Vaishnavas, and keep inspiring through their example, through their compassion, and through their through their chastisement, through their there is this काटे ना, काटे लग गए, बोल रहे कि please remove it without any pain. तो निकालेगा तो थोड़ा पेन होगा, लेकिन that pain भी नहीं चाहता है, तो थोड़ा पेन तो होगा because of deep rooted काटे when they are removed. क्योंकि normal doctor can give this medicine, anesthesia, and remove it. But in this case, we are fully aware what our deep attachments are, and we are very carefully guarding them. So therefore, pain will be there, but some pain will be there when we leave our things, when we have to leave. So by seeing the higher benefit, a human being with discrimination should tolerate that to obtain something higher. Just like he's already doing so many things, so undergoing so many troubles in life to obtain something better. So as one should take the troubles.
So it is possible, Maharaj, to fall in love with the chastisement?
Huh? It is
It is
possible to fall in love with the person who is chastising.
That's what I meant. Yes. That exactly was. Thank you for modifying.
Like a child, he may not like the chastisement of the mother, but he loves the mother. So
That's good enough. Yeah.
one who loves the mother, he will never leave the mother. He's always embrace the mother and allow the mother to chastisement. So it is possible to love the person who is giving chastisement.
That's
So
beautiful.
then we can tolerate the chastisement for want of the company of the person.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was the best.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaji.
Yeah, we do have a question by Amritaji. Amritaji, please unmute yourself.
Pranam, Pranam Maharaji and all the Maharajas,
Pranam.
devotees and Prabhuji. Wonderful and nice lecture. And the analogy you used, it's really wonderful that devotees feel like a kitten in the mouth of cat. Otherwise, the non-devotees feel like a rat in the mouth of cat. And similarly, the calf in the mouth of lion. Devotees and non-devotees like a deer in the mouth of lion. So my question is that how can we are able to shift our consciousness to that level, like Britta, so that they feel they feel that death like a kitten in the mouth of cat. How we are able?
By developing affection for Sri Guru, by developing affection for Vaishnavas, by developing affection for Krishna, Radha Krishna. Because the cub is seeing the mother, not the teeth, not the mouth. But a deer is seeing the teeth and the mouth of lion. And deer has no affection for the lion. So it is possible by increasing our affection to Sri Guru, by increasing our affection to Krishna and Vaishnavas. So therefore, because one who makes Sri Guru as the most dear, the most Vaishnavas, as affectionate objects of love, objects of one who makes Krishna, Sri Guru and Vaishnavas as objects of love. For them, Krishna personally comes at the time of death. So therefore, they see Krishna, not the leaving the body. It is like when the mother comes to the child to wake up, the mother removes the blanket. The child removes the blanket to embrace the mother. So the blanket removal is an obstacle to embrace the mother, right? To get up and remove.
Yes.
That is the kind of Vaishnava leaving the body. Just like you remove the blanket from when you get up from the sleep, you remove the blanket and embrace the mother. So body will be similarly uncomfortable. So you give it. So the devotees, those who have developed affection for Sri Guru and Krishna, for them Krishna comes at the time of death personally. So therefore they embrace Krishna at the time of death. They don't see the body, Our bodily pain is only because of our identity with the body, consciousness of the body. While sleeping, we identify with the blanket, but when we get up, we don't identify with the blanket. While sleeping, it is a necessity, but while getting up, it is not a necessity, it is not required. So at the time of death for the Vaishnavas, those who have developed, those who have made Krishna and Vaishnavas as object of their love, transcending these other temptations of this world, because most of the relationship we establish in this world are the persons whom we make object of love in this world falls under this category. Dhanam Janam Sundarim Kavitam. That is the basis of our relationships here. And whomever we make object of love. So when we want to make Krishna and Sri Guru as object of love, so these may come on the way. So those who make conscious decision to choose Krishna and Sri Guru as object of love, and I say I vote for them, right? If that choice doesn't come, it's okay. But if such a question, such a situation arises, and it will arise because we have our attachment. So if you make conscious decision and act, then then that is the proof to us and to them that they are our object of love. So for them, Krishna personally come to take them. So there is no question of any death being experienced by ordinary death. So it is possible for everybody. It doesn't require, one doesn't need to be a champion devotee. One has to be a just humble devotee, a loving devotee of Guru and Krishna, loving, obedient devotee of Guru and Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaji.
Thank you. Very nice, you shared. Especially the remove, as a mother removes the blanket and embrace the child. It's beautiful.
No, child removes the blanket.
Yes, sorry.
Mother doesn't remove, child removes. Okay. So this body is like a blanket and you just remove and embrace Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, anyone else is having any question regarding today's class? You can raise the hand.
I have a question, Maharaj. Am I allowed?
Yeah, Maharaji.
We discussed in case of Ajamilin and now this Vritrasura, the death has become very live, correct? The concept of death has been discussed so lively, so we become conscious. And however horrible the death is depicted in the world, and compared to the glorious death, the very chapter is Vritrasura's glorious death. So the thing is, death has to be glorious only, because nobody blames death. Does Maharaj? Have you found ever that anybody cursed death ever? In that context, you want to say something elaborate? Death, however unwanted in a conditioned state, because of the attachment, as you said, even when death does come, nobody curses death, even though someone else is. Someone else takes the curse or blame. How is it so, Maharaj?
आप ही बताइए महाराज जी. I want to hear.
No.
I haven't made this observation. You have made this observation, so probably you must also have the. You must also have the.
It is not like that, Maharaj.
You must have thought some possibility at least.
Some possibilities I'm searching out. So I'm always very delighted by my God brother's perspective. That is my joy actually. I may know something, but actually devotees have so many perspectives. Every day I hear classes, and how much imagination our Maharajis, our Vishal Maharaj and Nilambar Krishna Maharaj, Srikant Prabhu, and all these Prabhus. So it's very intriguing. So it's not that we can reach the limit of anyone or anything. And that's very humbling and very elevating thing. That's why this Bhagavat, because it's an ocean of unlimited transcendence, and somebody is perceiving in a different way, and that is the fulfilling aspect. And that's why I feel very pygmy, very, very shallow, that how utterly little I know, and so much is there. And the hearing Bhagavatam from Vaishnavas and God brothers especially is very, very fulfilling. Just a thought came to me that death is the ultimate test, as they say, or as sure as death. All these wonderful titles given to death. And when it comes, nobody is aspiring for death from that perspective, except a devotee. Is Narottam Das Thakur says, "Jivane marane gati aaya nahi more." When he feels that while living, I'm serving you, my Lord, and I'm ready to live for the same purpose. So when the goal or the vision of the devotee becomes the same, either in living here or living from here, living and leaving, both things, then he becomes liberated in that context. But why the death is never blamed? Because there is a Puranic story behind it. So Miss Death approached the Supreme Lord. Okay, sir, Bhagwan, you are giving, you are making me the cause of departure from every living entity's life. So people will curse me to unlimited end. Everybody will curse me. I will be the object of everyone's curse. The Supreme Lord said, no, don't worry. I'm using you as the final test for everyone. And I bless you that nobody will blame you. Somebody will blame cancer. Somebody will blame heart attack. Somebody will blame accident. Someone will blame this and that. Only you would be spared. So death became very, very happy and still serving its purpose, because nobody ever cursed the death. Just in that example, however pure we understand the Gau Mata is, correct? We glorify Gau Mata, everything. It is a Bhagavatam. That there is a curse also involved in the Treta Yuga, when Sita Devi, Goddess Sita Devi, she performed a yajna in the name of Dasratji. It is described. So in the yajna, the Gau Mata came and just put its mouth. So it was spoiled in some sense. So it is said that Sita Maiya gave the curse to Gau Mata, that your mouth will be impure. Although everything about you is pure, but mouth is impure because of the lack of discrimination, where you should put your mouth or not. Like that.
Maharaji, this death being examination, I think death examination only those who are not surrendered. If one surrenders, there is no question of examination for a surrendered soul. When one develops enough And when one makes Krishna and Sri Guru as object of one's love, he becomes the family of Krishna, becomes family of Sri Guru. He becomes member of, in true spirit. Of course, at the time of initiation, one already is a member, but in consciousness, in surrender, in making them as the object of our love. Maybe you have taken initiation, but they are not yet our object of our love. So, if one makes them object of love, then he truly becomes in his consciousness as the family member of Guru and Krishna, as a true family member. So, for such a devotee, there is no examination. Just like a company owner doesn't take examination for his son to give a job. That is for the outsiders. Examination is for the outsider, in the sense, of course, nobody is outsider for Krishna, but for those who are not surrendered to Krishna, those who are surrendered to Krishna, there is no examination. There is. So, as the devotee progress in his devotional journey, this examination, he will be free from examination phobia. There is no examination for a devotee. In fact, Krishna will make sure that there is no failure at all. Name Bhakta Pranasyati. When Krishna is making sure there is no failure, who is there to take examination of a devotee? Who will take the examination? Who will dare to take examination for the devotee? So, this fear will go away. All types of fear. Abhaya Charanarvindare. Bhajahure mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanarvindare. One becomes free from all types of phobias, including the death examination phobia. Hare Krishna.
Setup is there, na Maharaj?
What setup, Maharaj?
Setup of apparently dying or leaving this body.
Leaving, everybody has to leave. Jatasya dhruva murtyuhu. One has to leave the body. Leaving is there, but no examination is there for the devotee.
So unless a devotee demonstrates that he is not feeling the fear of exam phobia, although exam is there apparently, because setup is there, setup is there. So one need not worry about while living,
We should, one who is sufficiently surrendered doesn't need to worry about that. There is no examination.
Beautiful.
For the surrendered soul. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah, thank you, Maharaji. We can conclude for the day.
Thank you all for joining, and my sincere obeisances to all of you for giving this opportunity and kindly listening and tolerating my other things. Hare Krishna.
We love it. We love it, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज श्रील श्रीपाद की जय हो।
जय जय जय।
His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Bhakti Maharaj की जय।
जय जय जय
हो।
महाराज वृंदावन कब आ रहे हैं?
आ रहा हूँ अब अभी प्रसाद के बाद महाराज आपका आश्रय में।
दोपहर को आएंगे? कितने बजे आएंगे?
10 बजे के बाद करीब में हम लोग निकल रहा हूँ दोनों।
अच्छा, 2 जने आ रहे हैं ना?
हाँ हाँ।
अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया, आ जाइए। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ananda. See you all in tomorrow's class.